What is going on, guys? It is Wrestling News WWE here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Drew McIntyre's WWE Championship win wasn't always supposed to happen. A fan got kicked out of SmackDown in the roughest way. A character change coming to Cody Rhodes. Has Finn Balor in face already? What's next for the NXT Championship? Is Mercedes Moné done with AEW? CM Punk's new tribute tattoo and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive list. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. First story looks at Drew McIntyre's WWE Undisputed Championship win wasn't always supposed to happen, as top of today's news and new details behind the decision to put the WWE Undisputed Championship on Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. The WWE Universe is still buzzing after Drew won his 3 Stages of Hell match against Cody Rhodes, following interference from a masked Jacob Fatu. And seriously, does Triple H have some sort of mass fetish or something? We had 4 mass returns in like literally a year. But now Bodyslam.net is reporting that the decision to put the title on Drew wasn't made until a few hours before the show. Multiple scenarios were suggested for the match, with the final decision being to have Jacob Fatu's quest for vengeance on Drew McIntyre cost Cody the match. Now, according to Bodyslam.net report, WWE Creative wanted to shake things up for the road to WrestleMania. And there is belief that having Drew hold the titles creates fresh storylines not only for Mania, but for the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. There should be significant fallout from Jacob Fatu's interference, as it doesn't appear he was trying to help Drew win. Instead, the Smokin' Werewolf only turned his attention to Cody Rhodes when RHS tried to break up Fatu's assault on McIntyre, which inadvertently allowed Drew McIntyre to escape the cage and win the deciding fall. Mark Henry even commented on Busted Open Radio about Jacob Fatu's interference, and why it made sense, as Jacob Fatu only attacked Cody because Cody went sticking his nose in business that didn't belong to him. Now we can expect to see Cody demand answers and likely payback while Drew dodges Fatu from challenging him for the title. Next up, a fan got kicked out of SmackDown in the worst way. On the January 9th edition of WWE SmackDown in Berlin, Germany, an unexpected incident occurred after the show wrapped up. Now, what's the golden rule at WWE shows? Don't jump the damn barricade. Well, a spectator didn't get that memo and climbed over the barricade as announcer Alicia Taylor, still audible in the background, wished fans a good night. The fan decided that this was the best moment to jump over the barricade and rush the ring. However, security got there pretty fast and rushed him pretty hard. And WWE obviously kicked the fan straight out of the arena, and I don't think he'll be welcomed back at the next showing. Next up, Drew McIntyre has a hero's welcome. A newly crowned world champion, Drew McIntyre, received a hero's welcome when WWE held a live event in Glasgow, Scotland. WrestleTalk detailed Drew's comments to the fans, as McIntyre reminded the Scottish fans of the many times he's promised to bring the title back to Scotland, and he finally has. Well, the first time I won the WWE Championship, the world had to go shutting down on us. I won it twice, and I'm proud of what we did during that period. We gave people an escape during scary times, but I swore I would get the title back, and it's been years and years of disappointment. I've been screwed over, but still believing in myself because I've got this weird condition that makes me mental. I'm Scottish. Scottish fans are well aware of the heartbreaking losses suffered by Drew. Chief among them is Undisputed Championship match against Roman Reigns at 2022's Clash of the Castle event in Wales, where Drew looked to have the title only for a debuting Solo Sikoa on the main roster to crush his dreams. McIntyre did share his thoughts with the fans, saying that last night he couldn't have written it any better. I won the WWE Championship, and the very first place I was able to walk out in front of live fans, as the #1 wrestler on planet Earth, was Glasgow, where I could fulfill my promise. WWE couldn't have timed Drew's win any better, given his first appearance was in Glasgow. Next up is a character change coming for Cody Rhodes. But should WWE fans be prepared for a change to Cody Rhodes' character? While fans have heard rumors of Cody turning heel for at least a year, a recent tweet from Bodyslam.net's Corey Hayes states that change is coming, but not a heel turn, not a turn, but a character shift. Just what Hayes means is anyone's guess, although it's safe to say that fans shouldn't expect the return of Stardust. Will Cody adopt a Stone Cold Steve Austin don't trust anybody kind of attitude, or something else? Should WWE even think about changing Cody's act, given how over he is in terms of moving merchandise? While fans have booed Cody, such as during his 3 Stages of Hell match on last week's SmackDown, it's unknown whether WWE thinks Rhodes needs a shakeup, and whether a heel turn is actually in the works. Next up, has Finn Balor turned face already? Or is Finn Balor turning babyface? Some fans were speculating about this after a hilarious moment when Balor hijacked Jey Uso's iconic entrance and performed for the fans in Glasgow, Scotland. Jey Uso watched with guarded amusement as Balor showed off some impressive moves. However, it may be a bit premature to paint this incident as a sign of Balor turning face, as this isn't the first time fans in Scotland have embraced Finn despite him being a heel. Anyone who has attended live events knows that WWE superstars have fun with the fans, often breaking character to give the fans a special moment. However, inside the ropes are also pointed to a recent promo from Friend that might be a sign of him turning from villain to hero. The star recently indicated his face turn by cutting a babyface promo on Raw, stating that 2026 would be his year. Do you think we're now on the cusp of a Finn Balor babyface turn? Next up, unfortunate news for Blake Monroe. Now was Blake Monroe getting a main roster promotion? Monroe's fans were buzzing following a recent report from Fightful Select that the former NXT North American Women's Champion was headed to Raw. However, a new report from Bodyslam.net suggests otherwise. The patron site reports that WWE has plans for the former All-Women's Champion going into NXT Stand and Deliver, which airs during WrestleMania 41. Monroe has plenty of possible storylines in NXT, including challenging for the NXT Women's Championship. But do you think Monroe should be staying on NXT, or should she be getting ready to jump to the main roster? Next up, Blake Monroe, Izzy Dame's social media scrap. Izzy Dame is your new NXT North American Women's Champion, and she's having fun at the former champion Blake Monroe's expense. Blake roasted Dame after Izzy tweeted, "You'll see the caption all right, so stop posting old-ass pictures with my title. It's giving obsessed X." Monroe tweeted, "That isn't even your hand holding the title in the photo. Focus on your GoFundMe for side plates, Monroe." Comment was funny, but nowhere near as funny as Dame's response. "I'll focus on my GoFundMe and you focus on practicing kicking out on 2. Now, in case you didn't follow NXT, Blake dropped the title to Thea Hale after Monroe failed to kick out at 2 as planned, leading to the referee calling for the win and WWE's previous plans for Blake flying out the window. But what's next for the NXT Championship? Now, in other NXT Championship news, fans are waiting for an announcement from NXT General Manager Ava following Oberfemi's shocking decision to vacate the title. Femi left the title in the ring after a successful defense last week, fueling the rumor mill about him being promoted to the main roster. According to Ava, fans should tune in to NXT this Tuesday for an announcement on how a new champion will be crowned. After being vacated by Oberfe, Ava will address the future of the NXT Championship this Tuesday on NXT. How do you think WWE will crown a new champion? And more importantly, who will win the title? Next up, Mercedes Moné done with AEW. And looks like Mercedes Moné is taking a break from off following a recent TBS Championship loss to Willow Nightingale, and her subsequent embarrassment on television when her face ended up planted in a cake during Willow's title celebration. Moné appeared on last night's episode of Collision in a video where she addressed the fans saying, "You want to smile and laugh and play hero? Well, heroes don't build divisions. Icons do. Over 500 days. I held that championship, not because I was lucky, because I was undeniable." Moné looked into the mirror and she continued saying, "I was the greatest. I was PWI's #1 Wrestler of the Year, Sports Illustrated #1. And well, it doesn't matter what year it is, I will always be the greatest." Mercedes, who holds a small trophy case worth a championship belt, said that she's taking a break and pondered just how well all will do without her. While it's inevitable that the CEO will return, her opponents may want to enjoy Moné's absence, as Mercedes left on a chilling note saying, "Because when I return, I'm collecting more than just titles." Next up, an AEW star on the WWE radar. And is WWE interested in a former AEW champion? That's a report coming from Dave Meltzer, recently discussed current AEW talent powerhouse Hobbs during an episode of the Wrestling Observer Radio. "I know that those in WWE really want him. There's people very behind him that are very high in him in WWE. Now, Hobbs turns 35 later this month and held the TNT Championship and currently holds the All-World Trios Championship with Samoa Joe and Katsuyori Shibata. Despite reports that WWE has no interest in wrestlers from other promotions, there are also reports that the promotion is willing to make an exception for talent it feels that can contribute a lot to the company. Hobbs seems like one such wrestler, but it's unclear where WWE sees him as helping the most. Would he be a good fit for NXT or someone that could be thrown right into the main roster? Next up, a TNA knockout leaving the promotion. A TNA Wrestling has lost another former Knockouts champion. At least that's a report from Fightful Select, which notes two-time Knockouts tag team champion Killer Kelly has left the promotion following the expiration of a deal last December. Kelly is just one of the several TNA talents whose contracts were not renewed as the company continues to make changes in the promotion for its big debut on AMC this Thursday. The 33-year-old Portuguese wrestler has competed since 2016, including a stint in WWE. And finally, CM Punk's new tattoo tribute. And last but not least, CM Punk is honoring his late dog Larry in tattoo form. Fans who attended WS' recent show in Glasgow were in for a reveal as Ringside News reported that a photo of the new tattoo circulated online showing the distinct paws clearly inked into his chest. It marks one of Punk's most personal pieces yet, and this is a tremendous tribute, but there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content. Wrestling News WWE.